All right, we're going to learn the signs for "This is my Father's world." I'm going to show you um, literal words as well as how I plan to interpret and other possibilities of how you might interpret it. So let's get started. All right, so for the word this is the literal word this, and I would use that in conversation or when interpreting a sermon or something, but I don't want to use it in the song. This is the sign for here, and so I'm going to do a variation of the sign for here, so, kind of going like this for the song. So for this is, right here is what I plan to do. Um, my and some signs will go through faster if we've done them before in earlier lessons, so you might need to back up if you're not sure about something, go to an earlier lesson. So this is my Father, is in Heavenly Father. I touch the male part of the head and go up like this. My Father's world. For world, you take W's and you go around like that. And, which I probably won't do in the song, to, which almost always leave out, my listening ears. Just point to your ears. All nature sings. All. For nature, you take a flat hand and the letter N and you circle and touch. And remember, I'm left-handed, so you mirror image me if you're right-handed. Nature sings. And round me, so I'm going to do around. This is me, and I'm going to do around me. Rings. For rings, I'm going to do like the sign for noise. So around me, there's this noise. The music, which you can do this again, or you can initialize with an M for music, of the spheres. Now, for spheres, it of course means the planets. You can literally do sphere, which there are different variations of that, but it's kind of like this, holding a sphere. The sign for planet would be to take your fist, kind of like we do for Earth, and then you can either do a P or just use this finger, and I usually do a P, and go around like that. So that's kind of like world and Earth put together. So there's your planet coming around. And like I said, you can just do the middle finger instead of the P. Okay, if you have time in a song, you could even combine that. You could do like a sphere sign and then the planet sign. So there's lots of options here. Okay, and then it repeats, this is my Father's world. I rest me in the thought. I would probably just say rest rather than I rest me. So rest in the thought. Of rocks, this is rock. And trees. Of skies, I've seen some variation of skies. I've always done it with the letter B for blue and making the blue sky up here. You might see it something like this, but I like that. Skies. And seas, we've had that before, where you do water and then make the waves. So water, waves, skies, and seas. His hand, the wonders, that's the same as wonderful or miracle. So you come here and here. And for wrought, that's made. His hand is the wonders made. Okay? And then we repeat, this is my Father's world. The birds their carols raise. So this is birds. So the birds their carols raise. The morning light. The lily, there's not a sign for lily, you just have to do flower. So you take flower just like you smell it here and here. So the lily, and then this is a sign for white. White. Declare their makers. So you would do the make person. Praise. Okay, and this is my Father's world. He shines in all that's fair. Now this is the fair that means beautiful. So, and you could leave off that if you want, just say all beautiful. So beautiful, you start at your chin like this, and you open your hand up and go around and return to the closed hand. So beautiful, that would be pretty, beautiful, anything like that. So fair, all that's beautiful. In the rustling grass, I hear him pass. A lot of ways you could interpret that. So this is the sign for spring or grow. And so for the grass, I'm just going to kind of rustle the grass in my fingers here. And then I hear, and then I'm going to have him coming and go past like that. Okay, that's just how I'm going to do it. There's, like I said, there's a lot of different ways you can interpret. So in the rustling grass, I hear him pass. He speaks to me. Now for everywhere, I'm going to do the sign for every, and then this is the sign for where. And if I was speaking, I would say everywhere. But in this song, I want it to look prettier. And so I'm going to do every and then do this for my where, like it's all over, kind of like this is my Father's world, you know, this right here is. And so I'm going to do everywhere like that. Okay. All right. Repeating, this is my Father's world. Oh, let me never forget. The O you can do or skip it. Let is either this or with L's. So that's let or allow. Let me, remember never, looks like that. Forget, it's like it's in your mind and it's wiped from your mind. Forget. That, I would leave off that. This is a sign for that, but I probably wouldn't do it in this song. Though the wrong, so I would say doesn't matter that the wrong, this is a sign for wrong. This is a sign for seem or appear. So the wrong seems. Often, we learned often before, so often is, this is like the sign for week, and so you're going down your week, you know, it happens often. Okay, so no matter the wrong seems often so strong. God, I'm going to do truly for is. This is truly indeed. It's a sort of like the word is with an I coming out. Literally, the be verbs are like be, is, am, are. But they're not often used. This is often used for all of them. And this can also mean true or truly or indeed, verily, anything like that. So God truly is the ruler. You could do a literal word yet, which is a Y, and you do this, but I think it would be better to do continuing. So God is continuing to be the ruler. So I'm going to do God is the rule person continuing. Okay. This is my Father's world. The battle, this is two opposing elements fighting. The battle is not done or finished. It's not finished. Jesus, who died, shall be, this is will, satisfied. And earth, remember earth is the fist with the axes, and heaven. Now you could literally say be one, you could say be or be like this and then do one, but I think it's better to do this. This is the sign for join. And so I think that would look better. So you could say earth and heaven be one. Okay? So you can look at the practice to music video, which will be coming up next.